Today I like to go with you through my newest collection, Precious, and especially I like to show you some paintings, ideas for the painter's toolbox, how to use them, and of course we go through the templates I have in this collection. First of all, let's go to the painter's toolbox, and I'm gonna hide myself now that you have the full screen and not only my face. And here we go. Go to the bridge here, and the painter's toolbox is full with different brushes and styles. First of all, the brush mix, 30 different black PNG files with different patterns, very grungy, perfect to recolor them with the styles, or add some pattern or some colors, which are also included in this collection. Let's open the preview. The preview shows the PNG files recolored or with styles, and then we have let's see, we have a brush mix, and ABR file is also included in this set. So if you are a brush lover, you can be sure you can also play with them. Then we have the free colors, like always. It includes the swatch, the color swatch. Then we have the styles with the colors, and then we have a style file to recolor. I'm gonna show you how to use them, and this pack is always free at Yo Scrap's shop. Then we have the flourish drips, some black and white PNG files with a lot of drips, and I'm gonna show you as well here how to use them and why you got, for example here, 3 different files which look almost the same, and I'm gonna show you how to use them and achieve some real nice dripping effects on your layouts. Then we have the spray brushes. Annika, one of my CT members, said she wanted one. So I checked my stash and found really some older files which are not had in the store, and I created them some 2 or 3 years ago, and here they are. Also you get them as black PNG files, and also includes the ABR files. The next pack is a style pack. It's the gesso paint, and it's always hard to imagine what you can do with kind of styles. They look only like paint with a little bit of texture, but in combination with the watercolor blenders, you achieve an awesome effect, and this is also something I like to show you later. The gesso paint comes with 10 different colors: white, gray, pink, some reds, and a purple, and some gold yellow styled colors. The next pack we have is the style, a glitter style file, and also it includes some scattered brushes. If you have already some older a glitter style pack, these scatter brushes are always the same, but I attach them always that you have them for sure, or if you purchased the glitter styles the first time, so you have them as well. Those I also will show you how to use them, and what styles works best with the scattered brushes, or with text, or in any other shapes, for example with the brush mix. Next style files. The pack is the vintage styles. They are always great. I like them, and if you use them, you always get a kind of scrapbooking feeling on your pages if you apply them on, for example, the brush mix. They work perfectly with them, and also with the watercolor blenders. That will be the next pack. These are the watercolor blenders. To work with them, I have them already loaded. You can double click them if you are on a Mac, on a PC, as well double click them, or you can load everything with the preset manager. Already made last week a little live talking about the preset manager, how to work with them, what it does, and I think it's worth to watch this little live recording. It's on my YouTube channel, and it's important how to work and load and have all the files you need. So you see, I'm working already on some new stuff. We'll delete that on the and this is what we need. This is the best thing in the preset manager. When you don't need any of the brushes, delete them, because it very slows your Photoshop. The more you have loaded, the slower your Photoshop will be. Also, when you close your Photoshop, it slows very, especially if you have an older PC or Mac, you will really feel there a big difference by closing or by working with the tools. Okay, everything is loaded now from the Precious collection. All the different brush mixes. Also, I have loaded let's see, going back here, the art graphics, for example, also loaded as ABR file. And the loops in this pack. Then we have loaded let's see, the trashy swirls are also loaded. They come as a PNG file and also as an ABR file in this collection. They are very cool to use and also work perfectly with any of the styles in this collection. Okay, let's start something. I'm gonna close this previews here, and I already started a little bit of a layout here using one of the templates, storyboard templates. But first of all, I open a 12 by 12 canvas, and gonna show you first of all the watercolor blenders. The watercolor blenders are this time, I don't know, I really need to say they are gorgeous. I really, really love them because it always depends on what colors I have used in a collection. And this time they were perfectly together. They blend perfectly, and you achieve such an awesome watercolor effect by only using and drawing them. And this is what we're gonna do now. Let's start with the first one. And also, if you use Photoshop CC 2018, already the colors are attached to this brush here. But if you can always change the colors, always, you can go and click here the color of your choice. For example, here a green. Or if you want to go back to the colors of the collection, you have already loaded the swatches here. And only by clicking, if you have the brush tool, it goes to the pipette, and you have here the pink. And if you like to have it in the background color, we use the X on the keyboard, that it jumps into the foreground, and then we have purple and pink now for the colors to paint here. You see? Now we have the purple as the main dominant color, and if we click on the keyboard the X again, pink will be the dominant color again. By clicking again to the saved brush, it goes back to the orange yellow colors. So these colors were always attached directly to the brush itself, so nothing can happen and nothing will be deleted, and you can be sure that you have always the same color. Then we have the next one, is the Watercolor Blender 2. Well, I'm gonna delete that one. And this is really awesome. They blend so perfectly, and it's really, really very, very watercolor feeling you get on your canvas. Only softly slide over your page or your canvas and go over and over again. We have now the purple here, and we're gonna change the color by clicking maybe on the little gold one, and you can see it blends perfectly over and over. And if you like now to use that only as a background, only this watercolor, let it how it is now, and then use another layer. And now we create a clipping mask for a picture. You can use the color which is attached, or you can also go and use the black, whatever you like. If you create a clipping mask, it doesn't matter if it's black or it's colored. Okay, here we go. Let's see, we have here a nice picture, a nice skyline, and we go back here and we zoom that, and now we clip that one. So, and how you can see now, the color itself has a kind of purple blue sky on top. And now we have from our already created layer with the watercolor, it's more orange, and it's more more warmer color. Now we create a new layer, and we're going to use another watercolor blenders. We use that one, but we change the color here by clicking here, and we could now choose from the palette, or we also can click with the Alt key one of the colors from the image itself. We press the X on the key to make the foreground, the background color to the foreground color, and choose maybe a brighter color. So that's a little bit of a blue. And be sure that you have a new layer now. And now you're gonna paint all over, and you see you're gonna give that background now more the color of the image. So it looks perfectly blended. You see the on the bottom you have here there's a blue in the on the roofs of the buildings, but you also have browns and such beige colors. Let's see what we can do here, if we can find a better blending here with the blue, if that looks good. It doesn't look good, you see. That's not nice. And I think what we already created in the first step works perfectly in that case. What we're gonna do now is create again a new layer. This layer we do on top, and we use here also another, this one, those strips. Let's see what we can use here with the different colors. We use a yellow a bit. So, and what we're gonna do now is we try to change the layer setting. Maybe we can achieve here a look what gives our page a little bit more depth. Okay, I think that's not too much here, but it perfectly blends here around. We start a new layer again and gonna do some drips on the bottom more, where we can make the drips a little bit smaller, and take some purple here. Okay, we can multiply that. Yes, that looks nice. Okay, you see, perfectly blended with really some simple steps with the watercolor blenders, and there are so much different textures in that one. You can really play a lot, and I'm sure you can create not only one layout with that collection. That's why my collections are always so big, because I think you shall create not one page, you shall create one big memory for a month, and it shall all fit together, and not only work for one or two layouts. That's really what I like to have in for my customers. Okay, now I think if we shall create the background complete in watercolor style here. Let's see. I like that. It's really like painting without a mess, and just dab with that tool, and not play wild around. It's only dabbing like you do with a real brush on a paper. So this is what we can reach now. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do now. Maybe we can add now some I like the loops always. No, we tried that one, which is I need to find the right. Okay, let's see. We're gonna make we can create a little kind of focus. This is nice. And let's try now some of the styles. Here they are, already loaded. And I think we need some glitter on here. The gold one. Yes. We need to, yes, the gold. And I said we try also with the watercolor blenders the paint styles. Let's go back to the watercolor blenders, and we're going to use the 7. Just playing here around a little bit, and now we use here's a gray, we have a white. I like that one. Look at that. We're gonna zoom in, and now you're going to have a little, as you really took a thick paint and you painted over it. This is what you can reach with that painting styles. What I do is always I create really a lot of layers when I play with the tools, because it gives me the space to change a lot the styles and play around with them. You can see here how softly they now blend here. It's not much what you need to paint. It's only on the edges, and you can, let's pull off the layers here that we can see better where we are. The more layers you have, the more you can change and use your styles in different ways, change the colors again. Let's try here some glitter. I don't know, I'm not much a glitter fan when you have a lot of full painted surface. That's nice here. Ooh, I like that. Look at that. That's really nice. And here on top a little bit, and again a new layer. And we change the blender, the watercolor blender. That's now a bigger one. And okay, that's now a lot of from the style, and I think it covers too much now from that what we already painted. So let's try when we move down the layer, and maybe to hide it a little bit under the already painted ones. So, or we change here the layer style. Let's see what looks best. I think I like that one the most. Okay. What we wanted to add is a loop. Let's use that one. Drag and drop. That was. So we need to have a little bit of more brighter area that we can see them. We can a little bit resize. No. Okay, let's see what we can pick from the artsy bits and pieces. We're going to that one. Here we have those nice strips here. So I like that one. Yes, yes. I need to close that one. Close that one. Maybe we're gonna save that one to the folder. And I like to have it behind the loop here. Yes, that's much better. I'm still not sure about the gold glitter on the frame. Oops. Maybe we can let it black or change it to white. Yes, we let it white. And we add a little bit of a shadow. Go to the style palette, choose drop shadow, and we change the angle and the size so it was a bit blurry. Okay, that's a good one. Okay. We want that. I want that on top. Yes, I want that on top. And now we're going to use some splatter. Oh, let's see what we can achieve with a little bit of gesso. Didn't work. Usually I totally work different than I don't know why it doesn't. Okay, we're gonna copy and paste it now. Let's see when we go a little bit up. That's always a good technique if you have something like this gesso pieces. Copy them on one of the nearest bottom layers, and then you can drag it and drop always a little bit more up, and then you can see in which position of the between the layers it looks the best. What also can look good can be, now we clip that gesso on top of the image, and then we go to multiply, and now you can see the image itself does have now a gesso effect or a paint effect, which is perfectly now with those painting styles around. so everything have a texture and looks really, really like painted, and you can play here with the different layer settings again. That now changed really the image itself. That's hard light. Doesn't work. Yes, I think multiply is the best one. Multiply or linear. Linear burn works here best. Yes. Yes. Okay. You can see those gessos can be used in so many different ways. Not only as an element, you can add texture on your images with applying only different layer settings over an image. And so maybe we can, let's see what we use here. No, I think we are done with that. And we have here a lot of flowers. I like to, I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller here. I think I like to have that one in the, I don't know why that not works. It's so copy paste a little bit to turn around. What we try now is we have this angle now from the frame, and that angle we have also now with the leaves here. So you get a kind of direction now when you add your elements. So everything will hold a little bit more together if you use how can I explain it, already some angles, so that you have not too many angles on your layouts. When you have too many layouts, everything looks a little bit messed up and holds not together. So if you take care, you have here an angle. Also, we use here the loops. They have also this direction, and things like that help that the layout not gets too wild. And let's close that one, and get a that it looks professional. I think that's the right word. Okay, let's see what we're going to use further from that. Maybe some staple that we can hold the frame. That one, that looks nice. Yes. And then we have the next one is what we can do now. Let's try some washi tapes. If you use a washi tape, you need to take care, because when you need to always remember how it looks in real. Now we have attached on the frame a shadow. If I place a washi tape on top of it, it doesn't work, because when I tape something on a paper, you don't have this huge drop shadow. That's why we need to change the drop shadow. It needs to be very, very small and very almost not to see. And now the washi tapes also work as if it really is taped over the frame. And now we can take the staple on top of it, and that the staple holds the washi tape. You can also add on the washi tape a little drop shadow, and to use the same shadow now without creating a style, we have the layer 9 here with the frame, and the washi is the layer 20. Okay, and now we click the Alt key, click on the drop shadow, click and hold, and drag and drop to the layer 20, and now you can see it made a copy of the style, and it happened because you hold the Alt key, and now you have the direct same style, drop shadow style on the washi tape as you have on the frame. By clicking or holding the drop shadow without the Alt key, you move only the drop shadow. So the drop shadow on the frame is gone, but it copied now on something else. Well, what we have here? Oh yes, it copied on the Lupilalusa. Let's see what happened here. We turn off and turn on. It does not much because it's a very soft and small shadow, but you can see we lost now the shadow on the white frame, and we want to have it back and again removed from the loops. So we click on the drop shadow by holding the mouse and move it down to the layer 9 again, and now it is again attached to the frame. So that's a little bit of trick. If you have already created a style or a color or a shadow on any of your layers, you can drag and drop and copy by dragging and dropping the layers with holding the Alt. You copy that. Without the Alt key, you only move the style to another layer. Hope that helps you, and I think I work with that very often, and yes, it goes faster than creating a style and use it all over again. Okay, back to the layout. What we can do now. Let's see what we have in this. I think we need to add some trashy swirls. These are the ones, but we use here a brush that you can see. Again, a new layer. Go to your brushes and let's see what we have here. We have here the trashy swirls, and we gonna use the one. And let's rotate that a little bit, that we have again this angle here, and it shall only a little bit, it shall not show up the whole of the whole trashy swirl, because if you add, that's too much. That's why it shall only go underneath the image and have a little bit of accent under the leaf. Maybe we can do now we're gonna use now some drips. Yes, over here the folder is only called drips, but we can add now. And nope, we're gonna use the PNG files because I like to show you something. Why I have attached for example, three different drips. Okay. So these are the drips. We copy and we go to the, then we copy the next one. So these are the, and let's move around. Okay, here we go. Now we have two almost same flourish drips here, and we're gonna move them on top of each other that they are covered. And now we're going to use one of the painters style. We used here pink. Let's zoom in. You see? And then we use the purple. And wait, I'm gonna show you that in a new. Okay, here we go. So these are the two different files now we have. So these are two. We place them on top of each other that they cover, and only the drips are different. They are different, and that's why we can achieve a kind of effect that the dripping itself is just a little bit different. That you used kind of different colors. That one, or we use that one. This is why you got in the folder, for example, here 3 different files. When you stack them on top of each other and use different styles, you can achieve this kind of look. Okay, let's go back to the layout. We place them. We're gonna rotate them here now. No, these are drips. We can't rotate, but we can now place them. They need to be placed just under the leaves, very near the canvas, and so, and then we use the pink and the orange, and we turn off the drop shadow here. So we have here nice drips here. And what I think what is disturbing now is that kind of twig here. We're going to the razor. That's why I always have those 2 kind of brushes in each set, that you have immediately 2 a soft brush and a hard brush. And if you like to delete something, you can fast go to that brushes and remove something. So we're going to remove that one, and then we go to that layer and also remove that one. So, okay. And what we learned in one of the other lives, that we don't lose the layers now. We click on both and then we close that one. So when we move around the drips here, that they not get lost. And okay, so you see now we have a little bit of dripping here, and I just checked out the time. We already talked about 50 minutes, and I wanted to show you some of the templates. I'm a little bit slow today, maybe. Okay, spray brushes. Let's see what we have here. Let's open that one. And we need a little bit of sprays, always something nice. And I would add it here because, and I would leave it in black because you have already here a little bit of black from the trashy swirls. So it really looks like you have painted that in real, those dynamic swirls, and then you added some those sprays on top of it. And so you have the focus really only here with the embellishments, and everything else is only with painted masks and blendings. Too much is often really too much. So try to focus on one corner, or then you take 3 corners on your canvas. So you always have this kind of view. It's better than always stay on one focus point or three focus points. The more you get, the wilder it gets. Especially if you have an background which is really already like here, with a lot of texture and a lot of colors. You should really stay on one focus point to not overdo your layouts. But it's always up to you. If you like to have it overdo, do that. If you are happy with it, that's your kind of art, and it shall show that what you love to have and not what others like. Okay, here we go. We'll add a little bit of a word art here. And I think we are done with that layout. So we can jump to the storyboard templates. We're gonna save that one so I can upload it later to any of the galleries. Okay, here we go. We have here a storyboard letter size, and already attached here the same image as I had in the previous layout. And I'm going to show you how to fill that kind of storyboard templates and get an artsy look. The already prepared mask for your images, they don't need always to be filled with images. You can also fill them with the artsy bits. They are really so copy, paste. Let's see where we can add them. I think I like that one. Going to make them a little bit smaller. And what I like that you have now on that one, Ooh, we are lost. And that one, that it's out of the box here. And now we're going to try something. Let's make a copy by clicking Command J. Create a new layer and do it on top of your existing layers. And now we're going to the quick selection tool. We're gonna zoom in and let's try now. I don't know if that works here. Nope, but we use the lasso tool. And that works perfectly if you have an Wacom tablet. With the mouse it's well, it doesn't work that good, but we only this little part of this branch we select here. It must not be perfect, just paint around along the edges. And now we're going to use the masking tool here. And look what we achieved now. Now the branch is on top of our image over. This is only one artsy bit we used here. That one. Okay. We copy that one. Oops. Close that we can move it around. And we clip that. Oh, why is that not working? So, okay, here we go. And now we use, let's see what we're going to do with that on top here. What I don't like, hold on, what I don't like is that now this artsy bits here covers the white. Make a selection and I invert it, and I'm going to the layer with the artsy bit, and now it looks much better. And I'm gonna remove that as well. And you see, I only do that with a mask. I don't delete anything from the file itself. I don't destroy it, because as soon as I move around it, it's still, the file is there, and I didn't delete anything, so I can use it or change the position. That's why we always need to try to work with mask. Masking is, it's hard to understand, and it needs a time till you find the how to work with it and how to delete something, because you always need to take care on which kind of element you are. When you click on the element itself, it's a little white frame around it, and if you click on the mask, then it's the mask surrounded by this white frame. And if you want to delete something from the mask, you need to be sure that you are really took the mask and delete there something. I think I need to maybe do there a workshop how to use the masking tool by not deleting anything else. Okay, let's see what we're going to use here. Okay, we have some nice paper in this collection, which we're not used yet. Let's go back to the bridge. Let's go back to the vintage gesso papers. Ooh, they are nice. Let's open and copy, paste them, and we click first before we paste something on the layer we like to have on top the new paper. And let's click that one, and we're gonna zoom and resize that one. And we have there also this magnolia. I love magnolias. Okay, so this is nice here. And then maybe we can do here some embellishments with flowers. You see, we're slowly going to a little bit of an artsy page now, only by using artsy elements. Double click, copy, paste. Oh, we're gonna zoom. You see, we have now here this this part what hangs on top, on outside the frame, and then we have the purple one here as well. So we now need to have this again, this triangle I'm talking often about, that we have this focus point. So we need now to have something on the layer down here that we can out of the box. Nope. Maybe we tried those watercolor. I don't know if that works, but let's see. Okay, we're gonna click on first on the purple mask, and then we paste the paper in. We're gonna clip that in, and we resize the paper a little bit. No, not the styles. What I now would like to have. Let's I have an idea. Just a second. Only let's try it. No, that's not what I wanted. Paste, clip, and I like to clip that one here because I have this pink sky here, and it's like it goes here further with the color, and I like that. So we use here on the purple, on down here, another color. Do we have clicking here while around? Let's see what we have. I don't think maybe only white. Let's try that one. Clip that one. Resize that. Okay. I think it's too white. Or we have here our journaling. Yes, that's what we can do now. I use here only now text, blind text, kind of, that you can see what you can do. So look at it. So we can read that pretty well. Okay, now what I'm talking about, that we have the third point here, that we have this triangle. Let's see what we can pick from the artsy bits number 2. I think we need a flower again, but which one do we want now? That one. Okay. A little bit smaller. Place that here. Okay. Let's see what we can also use. I think we can try from the art graphic something. That would maybe look good. Copy paste. So flip vertical. Okay, maybe that or that. It's really try around, not only use the elements how they are. Okay, I think that's nice. Yes. Then we're going to, I need some loops. Yes, loops are always good. Loops make everything artsy and connect things with it. Okay. Let's size that a little bit down. The font I just used here, I think it's a free font on dafont.com. It's called Impact Label Reversed, and it's a kind of typo feeling font, especially if you have some text. That works perfectly here. Let's add some more. Here we are. Let's add some more. Sorry for my weird sounds here. That one. A little bit of stars. Turn around. And we place that over here. And then we're going to use the glitter styles. And they are perfect here. I like that. It's like a little bit of glamour, flow, stars sparkling over the city here. Really like that. Maybe we can use them also on the spray brushes. Let's open them, and we're going to use, those ones are a little bit bigger. It's 10. Copy paste, place, and turn it around because the splatters go in that direction, and we use them here on top of, and add here some of this glitter styles here. That one. I like the first one. Okay. You see, it's not much what we add here on this template, but you can achieve really something artsy with those storyboard templates, because you get a lot of artsy bits in these collections from me. let's add a tag, because we have some really nice tags here. Again, totally forgot them to show you them. Look at them. And we're going to use, I like that one. Copy, paste, and we add that here. And I think it needs a little bit of a drop shadow. Go here and it's not much what we do, and it should be a little bit harder, so we keep the size on 3 and the distance is on 4. It's not much, but it's enough. When you zoom in, check that out. That's enough. So what we're going to use now is a staple from the Artsy Bits number 2. No, we use the screw. Copy, paste. That's bigger than the label itself. Oh, look at it. Nice. Now we have that here. Perfect. It looks so artsy, but with the clean structure of the template itself, it's part of artsy and it's clean. It's a great combination. Also in combination with the weekly templates. Everything fits together. So and when you have from the weekly templates, they are very artsy, and in combination with a 12 by 12 storyboard layout, you can break a little bit this artsy into clean, and so you can not overdo your pages. And you have also a little bit of white, which always helps to make something clearer on your pages. If you have a lot of white or white spaces, or here those white parts around the images, it breaks up your artsy the full clean full covering when you do blending or so. That helps really to make of you the memory books look perfect. That's for me perfect. When I have white space, then I have a cleaner part and I have an artsy part, but everything fits together. So it's the right combination. That's what I'd like to teach you. Not everything needs to be artsy. Not everything needs to be covered with color, with paint. Break it up with white and some clean parts, and because you need to see when you need to create, when you want to create a storybook, that you have that you need to see everything full together, not only one page. You do one page, you need to have everything in one view, to see that everything comes together. Is that clear? It's hard to explain, because for me is it totally normal when I create pages or when I create a flyer at work. That's my job. Then I need to see everything together, not only one page, because in the end, the person who will later look at it needs to flip through the pages and think, wow, everything holds together. That's what I like. I don't want to be overwhelmed by only doing an artsy page and paint and blending and everything. There needs to be a little bit of white, a little bit of breaking the whole color, and that's why use the storyboard templates always between your pages with a little bit of artsy stuff, and you will get really the perfect, wonderful storybooks for each for your memories. So that was a lot of talking today for me. If you have any questions, please ask. Come and ask. I know it's always hard for me to explain that so good that everything is understandable, because, well, English isn't my mother language. I learned English at school, but I had a long relationship where I talked a lot of English, but also this as a whole scrapbooking community I am in since 12 years. I learned a lot of English, but now to explain live and to explain in videos and explain everything in English in a Photoshop in English and out of spontaneous, that's really hard for me. So nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed this live session, and I will later cut everything together and upload it on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it later. Please ask if you have any questions. If you want to see something in a live or on a short tutorial, let us know, Astrid or me, whatever you like. We are always happy to help you, because we also love to work with my product. And I like it. I only be happy if my customers can work with that what they get. They get a lot, they are overwhelmed, but I like to teach you how to use the products you buy, because the money you spend is hard worked money, and I want not that you think you throw that out of your window. That's very important, because that's what I feel when I buy something. I like to use it and not throw it out of the window. Okay, a lot of talking today. It's now time for a tele evening for me, and I'm gonna close this now, and we'll later upload it, and hope you enjoyed it. Please join my Instagram account. Please join my NBK-Design site, wherever channel you like to have. Maybe you can find something you love to subscribe, or the newsletter, but I'm bad I'm writing into newsletters, so subscribe to Instagram, wherever there you are better informed than on my newsletter. Okay, here we go. Have a nice day, rest Sunday, enjoy, and we're gonna see us in a week or so, and goodbye.